Alright y'all, it's Bales back again with Southern For Real. We're going to do a one pan, one knife dinner for y'all tonight. We're even going to time it so you can see exactly how long it takes to knock this out. So tonight we're going to be cooking up a burger. This particular burger is a blend of prime chuck, prime short ribs, choice filet tail, and dry aged steak ends. So it has a really wonderful beefy flavor. Of course, you could do this with anything you've got, right? You could do this with ground venison, you could do it with ground turkey. So in addition to the burger, we're going to be knocking out some sauteed onions, and then we're going to top the whole thing with fresh avocado, and that's going to be dinner, y'all. It's going to be quick and super healthy. We're going to show you how to do the whole thing right here. So first thing we're going to do is get our warming tray rolling and get the flame under our cast iron to start it heating up. Perfect. Let's make some burger patties, y'all. So this is already portioned out into 1 pound, and these are dinner burgers, y'all. So we're just going to turn it into 2, and we're going to eat it. But you could easily stretch this out into 3 or 4 burgers for folks. All right, so I find that the best way to portion out your burgers is just to take your meat and a knife and just eyeball, however many portions you're looking to make. Since we're just doing 2, it's 50-50. So we're just cutting it in half. We're just going to form those into 2 patties. Just going to flatten them out a little bit so they're the shape and height that we want. All right, we got our burger patties formed. Next is to season them. So first we're going to hit them with a 50-50 blend of kosher salt and coarse ground pepper. These are thick burgers, so we're going to be fairly liberal with our seasoning. A lot of this is going to come off in the pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to season this top side. It's going to go into the pan first, and then we'll season our other side as they begin to cook. Good on salt and pepper. To that we're going to add a little Everglades cactus dust. This adds a little bit of a smoky mesquite flavor to your meats. It's going to go really great with the sauteed onions and then the creaminess of the avocado. Just like that, and I'm just going to press that seasoning in a little bit so that it adheres to the meat as much as possible. Alright, so our pan's still getting warm. We're going to go ahead and prep up our onions. This is just half of a small white onion we had left over in the fridge, so I'm just going to cut sections off of this, just like that. And I think we're going to want a little more onion than that, so I'm going to go ahead and knock the bottom off of this yellow onion so that I'm working with something flat, and I'm just going to cut straight down through it. So now I have it in half, and exactly the same way we did the other. We're just going to slice sections off this one as well. Trying to do them nice and thin so they'll cook quickly and caramelize well. Alright y'all, so our cast iron pan is just starting to smoke, which means it's absolutely perfect. We're going to go ahead and go in with a little avocado oil. Avocado oil has a very high flash point, so it will not burn easily. And to that we're going to add just a small pat of butter. The butter is going to help us get a really nice crisp crust on these burgers when we lay them in. And the avocado oil is going to help keep that butter from burning. Alright, we're getting our burgers in with that seasoned side down. You can see we're getting a little bit of smoke, so no big deal. Just going to pick that pan up, shift it off the heat for just a second, let things calm down. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and season this side. So, again, the kosher salt and coarse ground pepper, and the cactus dust. If y'all haven't checked out Everglades products, they are awesome. We're able to find them at our local Publix, and of course they're also available online, so strongly suggest you check them out. You can see in here that things have calmed down in our pans, so we're going to go ahead and go right back over the heat. One thing about cooking, you guys, you can always make adjustments. So, don't be afraid to try new things or new techniques or new recipes. If something isn't going just the way you want it to, just adjust. So I'm just going to give these a turn, not a flip yet. Just want to make sure that the inside and the outside of the burgers cook evenly. Alright, so we've just given our burgers a flip. First side's looking great. I've got 1 cup of water here in a coffee cup. I'm just going to throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes. And what that's going to do is it's going to let me whip up a quick beef stock with a little bit of better than bouillon. So we're going to saute our onions with that better than bouillon. It's going to really concentrate the flavors. It's going to be delicious, y'all. We've already seared the first side. As you can see, we're going to go ahead and put a lid on this cast iron skillet. This is just a cheap lid from one of our canning pots. What that's going to do is it's going to create some convection inside this pan, and it's going to heat those burgers all the way through. Alright, our water is actually almost boiling in our little coffee cup here, as you can see. And what I'm going to do, open up this better than bouillon. This is just their organic beef base. And I'm going to take, a generous teaspoon of it and just stir it up. The great thing about this is not only does it make our dinner tasty, but the dog loves it too. She'll get a little beef broth on her dinner tomorrow night. Everybody will be happy. Alright, y'all, let's give these burgers a look. So they are feeling really good. We like our burgers about a medium rare. I'm going to call these perfect. So I'm going to turn the heat down so that the pan doesn't get too hot on its own before we get these onions added in. We're just going to set these burgers to the side to rest. And we just want to crimp down the edges of this foil pack so that they retain their heat. They'll continue to cook, just a few degrees more while they rest. That's perfect. That's what we want them to do. We're going to let them rest on the counter for a few minutes while we get our onions started. And then we're actually going to move them to the warming tray just to ensure that they stay nice and warm. So now we're going to go straight into the pan with our onions. Remember, this has already been seasoned by the beef itself, the salt and pepper, and the cactus dust that we've added to it. We're going to go back up with our heat. Remember, our objective is to cook dinner relatively quickly. Everybody loves a great meal, but everybody's a lot happier if it don't take an hour and a half. So, the onions are good. Just going to move those around. You can see they're picking up all that good seasoning from the pan. I'm going to add a little additional salt and pepper. You always want to season your food, y'all. Like that, and just a little more avocado oil just to help them cook down. About a tablespoon. Give them another stir. Cast iron's heating back up. I've got it over about a medium heat. Alright, y'all, you just want to keep moving these around every minute or so. You don't want anything to get too dark on you, but these are really looking good. In a minute here we're going to add our stock, and that's going to help finish them off. Alright, y'all, so our onions are sauteing away. We're going to go ahead and get this avocado ready. So I just like to cut around the seed, and then you can just take those two halves, if I can spot the line, and twist it. There we go. And it opens right up. So then we're just going to sort of chop in to the seed with our knife, pull it right out. And now what we want to do is just slice our avocado into nice wedges that we're going to put on top of our burger. Alright, our avocado is set. We're going to give our onions another stir. You can see they're taking on a really nice color, and that color is going to translate into flavor, y'all. Alright, so those are about where I want them. I'm going to go ahead and add the broth to the plate. And we don't need all of this. I'm going to start with about half. You can't hurt it by adding too much. It's just going to take a little extra time to cook down is all. And now that we've got the liquid in there, we can't hurt these onions. So I'm going to go ahead and go to about a medium-high heat and we're going to cook this off in a hurry. Alright, our burgers have cooled down a little bit to the touch. As you can see, I can leave my hand on this surface without being burned, so I'm going to go ahead and drop them into the warming tray. Just make sure that they stay nice and warm until we're ready to plate. So as you can see, these onions are rocking along. The beef broth that they're cooking in is reducing quickly. They're going to look great in no time, y'all. We're just cooking the rest of this liquid off. This reminds me of another recipe we love to do, which is homemade French onion soup. So comment below if you'd like to see me do that one. It's actually a lot easier than you would think. It just takes a little bit of patience. All right, y'all. You can see we're really starting to get close. See how concentrated and golden brown the color of those onions are getting? They're going to be so good. So remember, y'all, I'm not a guy that's cooking stuff just for the heck of it. I'm the guy that's cooking dinner. And the one who loves you most might love you a little bit more if you can manage to do the whole thing in just one pan. So, I recommend it. Alright, as you can see, our onions are getting really nice and reduced down and caramelized. They are just about to come out of this pan. Alright, y'all, we are calling those onions perfect. So, I'm just going to turn the heat off. They're going to keep sizzling away. And we're going to get ready to plate. So, this is how we're going to do it. I'm just going to sort of create a bed of these caramelized onions. Alright, we're just going to take our burgers, and those are going to go right on top. Just like that. And to that, we're just going to add our avocado. So we're just going to scoop these slices that we made right out of the shell. And lay them right over the top. Alright, and finally we're going to top off our avocado with just a little bit of truffle salt. Just like that. And we are done. Alright, y'all. You know we gotta try a bite. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah, that burger is perfect and medium rare. Gonna get a little bit of everything. Gonna be sure we get a little bit of that avocado and that onion. Alright, just like that. That is one delicious burger, y'all. So we did that with one pan, one knife, a whole bunch of spoons, in about 30 minutes. Give it a shot at home, y'all. You won't be sorry. We appreciate you. Take care, and remember to like and subscribe below if you enjoyed the video. Thank you.